Welcome back to another episode of Unlicensed Therapy. Are you wondering why are you wearing the exact same outfit as the intro to last episode? Is no one going to notice that but me because I said it? Are you going to go back and look because I said it? Anyways, I'm recording 2 intros at once. Pretty fun. That's Hollywood, baby. You don't know when it's been recorded. This episode was recorded 2 weeks before it was released, but that's what I had to do because right now as you're watching this, I'm in Spain visiting my younger homosexual brother because he's studying abroad. Anyways, you don't need to know all that, but it's fun. Now you do. Aren't you glad you do? Today's episode, we have Strider. He is hilarious. He's a comedian. He performs all over the country with Chad and JT. He's also a man who parks cars. That's his day job. He valets vehicles, and he's good at it. But soon, I have a feeling he's not going to be parking cars much longer. I think he's going to be doing comedy full-time very soon because he's kind and hilarious and has his life together, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
I'm pretty sure that you have a way harder time getting through life than the average person, Ari. I don't know why anybody would listen to this. I know I won't.
Ari, your advice single-handedly broke up my marriage. You're an awful person.
You're 24 years old. Why would I listen to you? Why would you be giving therapy and advice to people who clearly need it? It doesn't make any sense, Ari. This is a horrible idea.
You're listening to
Unlicensed
Therapy with Ari Mannis.
Nice butt, baby.
Nice butt, big old butt. So I've been wanting to start this as a weekly segment on the podcast, but usually I'm too lazy or I forget.
Respect that.
Today I remembered, maybe due to hunger, maybe because I woke up and I was just thinking, what do I do to make this episode special? What do I do to make it pop? Because you're a special guy.
Appreciate that.
We're going to be reviewing the Taco Bell new nacho and steak fries burrito. I think that steak and nacho fries burrito.
Let's go, dude. And yeah, you called me before this. You go, have you eaten? I said, I have not. And you asked me, have I peed out of my butt yet? I said, I have. So, and luckily I love peeing out of my butt. So if we do after we eat this, that's great.
That's a common misconception with Taco Bell. I think it's pretty high quality food.
You know, I think I read it like a article like years ago being like, it's actually like the healthiest, whatever the breakdown is like, you can get real dirty at T-Bell, but you can also kind of keep it healthy by getting a burrito bowl or some shit,
I think it's like anything, it's moderation. If you go to Taco Bell and spend $15, yeah, you're gonna shit urine out of your butt.
Yes.
But if you go there and just get one steak and nacho fry burrito, you'll be all right. And I'm going to be honest, I had a bean burrito as well that I ate just on the car ride over here.
I love that. The bean and cheese burrito from Taco Bell is so dank.
Yeah, it's classic. It hasn't changed in 30 years.
Yeah, it still has the onion in the middle, which is a little surprise for you. And dude, this burrito that we're about to have has some San Diego roots to it. Like the California burrito is a San Diego thing.
They don't call it that. I wish they did. That would have been cool if they threw it back, but I'm excited to try it.
All right, here we go.
Bite one.
I mean, it's pretty dang.
I'm on board. Yeah.
I'm getting some fries. The steak actually looks kind of normal.
Yeah, I don't mind if I do, really, is what I'm going to say about this. Don't mind if I do. It has that California burrito taste, but also it has that Taco Bell taste.
Mm-hmm. Which is like that. There's some sort of sauce in there, like a mayo aioli thing that's mixed with the cheese, I think.
Mm-hmm. Some of the sauce, maybe the tortilla, is very Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a good way.
I mean, look, if I was like, went out with the boys had a good night, looking for, obviously struck out with the ladies like I did very frequently in my younger years. And now
You did? Really?
Oh, yeah. No game.
Well, you
Two in
still
my
don't
own
really
head.
have a game, right? You just have a girlfriend now. That's
Correct.
different.
Exactly right. I my game now is just like, and I'm very ready, like, massage time, I'll walk the dog. Like that's foreplay now. It's like, oh, hey, guess what? I walked the dog. Things are taken care of. What do you say? You know what I mean? Or, hey, it's your night to pick a show. Let's go. Stuff like that. That's game now.
So you're a gentleman.
Yes. Hey, I texted your mom. I told her what time we need to get picked up for the airport when we're visiting next weekend. Some of the best
You
love.
text her mom?
Oh, yeah.
That's-
We've got
you're
our
close.
own unique relationship. Yeah.
You might as well get married.
Baby, we're engaged. We got
Oh,
engaged.
wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, dude. And this is something that, back in the day, I would go house by myself and just really enjoy it. For the open late menu at T-Bell, really enjoy.
I'd eat this by myself with very little shame. There'd be some shame, but not that much.
There's always a hint of shame when it comes with Taco Bell, but you need to feel that shame. That's life.
Shame's good for you. It makes you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you learn about yourself.
Yeah, you can't not face the music, dude. You can't just look. I'm all for burying down my true emotions and disguising it with laughs and humor, and maybe putting on a few pounds of muscle. But when it push comes to shove, you really just got to go feel that shame. This is therapeutic, Ari. I don't know if I'm going to be able to house it all, though. I have to tell you, but don't
Really?
let that indicate a negative review.
I gotta say, I think that might indicate a negative review.
I think you're right.
You haven't eaten today and you can't finish it.
Actions speak louder than words.
What would you? So
Here-
you don't love this. What would you rate out of 10? We want your honesty here. We don't want you to pretend to like Taco Bell isn't paying us money.
Here's what I'm going to say.
We can say whatever we want.
That's
About
true. I will give this, honestly, it's better than I expected. I was expecting it to be like one bite, horrendous, and done. The steak's actually pretty good. I will give this a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10.
And you don't finish 7s out of 10.
No, because we're operating on a fast food scale. If this is going up
Oh, you're not a
against,
big fast food guy.
yeah, I like In-N-Out.
And that's great. Something just happened to it that made it worse for me.
What is
And
going
I
on?
have to say, I'm probably still gonna finish the whole thing. The sour cream is all at the bottom of the burrito.
No
I don't
good.
know how that happened.
Yeah, I don't like that when it gets sectioned
It
out.
wasn't mixed up properly. It wasn't put in the middle of the tortilla. It was put right at the bottom. But before that, before I got to the end, I'd give it an 8. And I'll tell you what could have made it a 10. Because I know it was going to be Taco Bell, so I know what I'm expecting. So to make it a 10 doesn't have to be the same quality as a San Diego, California burrito. I don't expect that.
Exactly.
If it was, I think all it would have taken for a 10, mixed properly, slightly cheaper. It was $4.
Whoa.
And that's a premium burrito at Taco Bell, but it wasn't. It's not a huge burrito. But overall,
Not bad.
I'd
but
get it again. I'd get it again. I'll
this
say
is the
that.
thing. If I'm at Taco Bell, I know my order. I'm getting 2 crunchy tacos and 1 bean and cheese burrito, and I'm taking it to the bank.
Classics.
And I know it's good. And I'm not messing around. So like I'm not gonna go and get that.
That's not added to your thing.
No, it's not in the arsenal.
Everyone's got their things.
Yeah.
I like the quesadillas there.
Yeah. How are you gonna go wrong with a quesadilla?
I like the crunchy soft taco, the one where they mix them together.
Those are great. What are those? A gorditas? Maybe?
No, I think
Oh, Supreme wrap, maybe?
I forget, but yeah, I like those. I like gorditas.
That's the one that has a crunchy, but on a layer of bean and then a soft on the outside as well. Very dank.
As a child, I liked the Mexican pizza. However, they took that away.
As a child, I liked those as well. I would get a Mexican pizza and I would get those churro, like the fucking sugary nacho chips that you would get. They're like,
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
cinnamon twists.
cinnamon
Still
twists.
got those.
Those are dank. Yeah.
I don't get them that often, but those are good. If Taco Bell was smart, they would treat the Mexican pizza much like McDonald's treats the McRib sandwich.
Smart. Yes.
They'd bring it back once a year. I don't know if they're going to do that. If they were smart, they would.
If you're listening, pro tip. Let's just go. There's a girl that I went to high school with named Lauren Creed. What up? Hope you're doing well. Her dad was like a regional manager of Taco Bell.
No way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to date this girl.
I know, dude. She was
Was
a
she
legend,
cute?
bro. Yeah, super cute, super
Oh my
and super
gosh.
cool. She was one of those girls like in high
Where'd
school.
you go to high school?
That got it. Santa Margarita. It was a Catholic high school.
Santa Maria, that's NorCal?
SoCal.
So that's Orange County area?
Yep. It's like inland of like Irvine and shit. Like it's hot. There's a little show called Behind the Gates. Maybe you heard of it, about housewives from Coto de Caza. That was like the big neighborhood out there. Like multiple golf courses, just proper Orange County
So
shit.
are you a and this is a term that you might find offensive, but we could go into it.
Please,
Are
yeah.
you a rich kid?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't find it offensive. I mean, look, doing comedy, you have to mine yourself internally, and I would be lying to myself. I think we lie to a lot of people. We probably lie to ourselves most often. And yeah, dude, my dad's a doctor, dude. My mom's a nurse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my dad's a doctor.
Yeah, dude. So I grew up comfortably, dude. I went to, like I mentioned, it's a private school. So yeah, I'm definitely a big little bitch. I went to 3 years of public school, George White Elementary. What up? And then after that, I complained to my mom like a spoiled, because the private schools went on a sick ass field trip to Sacramento to go see where gold was discovered.
Yeah, I did that trip.
Great trip.
I think even public schools did that trip, or some of them at least.
I don't know if mine didn't, and I really wanted that trip.
So you wanted to switch schools just to go on that trip?
Correct. I wanted a vacation.
How'd you even
bro.
hear they had that trip? You had a friend that went there?
Siblings, older siblings all went. So my older siblings were like at a
Why did your parents send them to private and then was like, nah, we're not wasting money
That's
on
what
it?
I'm
Maybe
saying.
they realized they're like, we don't need this.
exactly like it was. We moved from San Juan Capistrano to this place in Laguna Niguel, and I think because of that move, we just went. My younger brother and I went to a public school for a while.
If your parents had said to you, hey, what if we just took you to Sacramento ourselves and we'll go gold painting? Would that have done it for you?
No
or-
good.
No, you wanted the field trip.
Needed
you wanted
that.
the communal bond between you and your classmates.
Correct. Saw that my older siblings got that, and then therefore needed it. That's so
someone-
truly
Did
spoiled.
you hear that knock?
Oh yeah, what's going on, dude? Is that the Taco Bell guys?
Today's episode of Unlicensed Therapy is brought to you by Diet Smoke. This product is legitimately near and dear to my heart because if you listen to the podcast, you know I don't do edibles. Marijuana edibles, they mess me up. I've said that I think I'm allergic because I get so high and my mind goes so nuts that I just don't mess with them anymore. I haven't done them in years. This is called Diet Smoke because it is CBD gummies. It is pure THC gummies. I don't really know exactly what it is, but I know that it is Delta 8 THC gummies. And long story short, they don't get you out of your mind high. They get you medium, like a balanced chill high, and they just make you feel good. So this is Delta 8 THC, 100% hemp derived. They are delicious gummies. That's another benefit. They don't taste like weed as much as the other ones do. So they taste better. You feel better from them. You could actually function as a human being. That's what's important to me. Oh, and did I mention they're legal? I'm not talking about, they're legal in California. No, they're legal all over the country. So it doesn't matter where you are right now. You could get these and just eat them and just be feeling better about yourself and better about your life and better about your body. So when CBD isn't enough, use the code THERAPY for 20% off your order. Go to dietsmoke.com and use the promo code THERAPY for 20% off your order. That's dietsmoke.com, promo code THERAPY for 20% off. Diet Smoke's Delta 8 THC gummies are not for use or sale to the people who are under 21. So you got to be over 21 to use these. Be responsible. Go get them. Support the show. Support Diet Smoke.
I actually have a funny story about signing for a package. Is I mentioned I got engaged, and I got engaged during the pandemic. So my fiance and I, we had plans to go and get her ring size measured up. I just printed this thing off Google, was way fucking off on the ring size, and this company delivered the ring, and it's an engagement ring, so it's pretty penny, so you have to sign for it. I was out working like a fucking...
So she signed for it and gave it away?
No, bro, she signed for it, came in there, and then we were expecting a shower head at the same time. So typically, it had my name on it. Like typically, she wouldn't open that package.
But she thought it was a shower head.
She opens it, sees the fucking engagement ring in there, puts the packaging back together real well. So I had no idea. Then finally, after we get engaged, she goes, "Oh yeah, I knew that was the ring. In fact, one night, like I was out, chatting JT or whatever. She's like, I just had a glass of wine and I even tried it on. I was like, oh my God, dude. So
wow.
she
And
knew,
when
bro.
were you mad at her for that at all, or were you like, damn it? Or like,
No.
what feeling? What thought when she told you that she knew and she opened the package? What emotions or feelings or thoughts were going through your head?
Dude, I was like, part of me was like, oh man, part of me was like, oh, I can't trust this woman, dude. You know what I mean? I can't for my whole life.
Well, you no matter what, you can't trust any woman. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Not fully.
No, never.
But she sounds like
or
one you can
anyone.
almost trust, at least, because you're engaged to her.
As close as you can get. We're
Yeah.
we're dealing in percentages here, and that's life,
Mhm.
And we got our 6 Sigma variation, and she's about 1 away, and that's fine. I'll take it. And but my emotion was just relief, dude, because her friend was sending me styles that she was into, and those changed every other day, dude. And I finally just went with classic, and just knowing that she liked the ring the way it looked and was happy made me happy. So it was a W, dude.
That's great.
Yeah, even though the size was way off, but it was too big, so we can
That
still
can be
take
fixed.
pictures.
Yeah, that can be fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the size is. If she was like, by the way, I hate diamonds,
Yeah, exactly.
then you're like, shit. Well, actually, still, you could probably change the stone. I don't know.
She's
that much
progressive,
about
dude.
Jewelry.
Does this bother you that she's progressive and that she does not like? And it actually helped me out and helped my wallet out.
You have fake diamonds in there,
It's a lab
dude.
manufactured
That
diamond, bro.
is a good girl.
She's great. No, she and
Oh, I
'cause-
changed my mind. You can trust her.
Oh yeah, dude, 100% I do. And trust her with everything, dude. And it's cheaper and better, and it looks the same, and it is a perfect diamond, and it has no mining or carbon footprint or blood diamond stuff. So it's
Girls
good.
who want blood diamonds, I get it. It's tradition.
Yeah.
But when you really break it down, who cares?
No
it's a freaking
one.
rock on your ring that doesn't do anything.
It did exactly.
As long as
bro.
and you can't tell the difference. If you're not a jeweler who literally looks at it and goes, I know what that is,
Yeah.
then who cares?
It's shiny, it's fucking bright, and it symbolizes what it's supposed to symbolize. If you want a real diamond, like I get, if there's one in the family and it gets passed down or heirloom, whatever, okay, fine, cool, like that's okay.
Or if you're so rich that you're like, I'm just going to buy a real diamond because I'm a millionaire and I need to find ways to spend my money.
Yeah.
And you could say jewelry is an investment or something.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's art at this point. There you
But
go.
if you're a comedian, and I don't know what your fiance does, but I assume she's not a mega rich girl.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, get a freaking fake diamond.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So
And if you think otherwise, you're a dum dum.
yeah, you're a big time dum dum.
You're a phony. If your girl demands a real diamond, she's not a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
She's a phony bitch. And I realize when I say that 95% of women want real diamonds. So
Yeah, do most of them-
I'm basically calling all women phony bitches.
But you know
right
what? We
now.
all wear masks, metaphorically speaking. Dude, fucking, I would say in LA, though, I think it's skewed. I think in LA, you might have, or
More
like the major
girls who
cities.
don't mind the fake diamonds.
Yeah. Or actually, I don't know. It depends
I
what
don't
tier
know.
you're at. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe on
think-
the east side.
I have yet to date a girl that would be okay with a fake diamond. I've only had the marriage talk. I've never been engaged,
Mhm.
but I've had talks where we had a moment where we would mention it, be like, oh, if we were to get married, blah, 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 have that play talk, that love
Exactly.
talk.
I love
And
that.
I've had that with, I want to say 3 women.
Nice.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's solid.
And all 3 were, if I was like, so what would you think if I got you a fake diamond ring for our wedding, for our engagement ring? And they were like, absolutely not. They're like, no way. Not happening.
See, here's the thing. You know,
wasn't even discussion. It was nope.
they're thinking fake though. They're thinking cubic zirconium. You got to have a little marketability. You got to sell it. You got to go, hey, look, it's a lab manufactured diamond. You got to drop these
How much
heavier
cheaper
syllables.
Are
to-
lab manufactured diamonds compared to a
Dude.
blood diamond?
Dude,
Is it
I
half
would
the
say,
price?
yeah, I would say like half,
Yeah.
maybe even like a third.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like
Well, that's the thing.
significantly.
They basically are the new cubic zirconians.
Right.
Now, before it was cubic zirconians. Now it's a lab. They call it lab manufactured diamond.
Which is probably the same thing. It's
It's
just,
probably the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Gets the job done. And in my case,
Even
was
cubic
preferred.
zirconians. Cubic zirconians, you look at me, I cannot tell you a
I don't
difference.
fucking know. Yeah, exactly.
It's a little tiny clear thing that's hard as fuck that you're not going to
yeah.
break.
Yeah. And,
And
hey,
it's on your ring.
pro tip, one little pro tip. Found out this. POV. Do you know what POV is, bro? That's where on the band, there's little tinier diamonds.
Yeah.
And depending on the hand or whatever, you know, things will look better on different people.
Yeah, so
my
a
dank ass
personal
fiance,
choice, preference.
exactly. Some people want a trilogy. I just got a single round cut solitaire. Round it's classic. Sometimes there's triangle, square.
Mhm.
Round's always in. But the diamond's not that big itself. It's like 1 carat. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
more carats, more expensive. But you get those little paves in juxtaposition. It looks bigger.
Smart.
Thank you. Now it adds a little bit to the band, but you're saving more by
Yeah.
getting the bigger, not getting the bigger diamond.
Here's where I don't skimp out. I go real gold.
Love, yeah.
Maybe or platinum or whatever she's into.
Yeah,
Real,
depending
whatever
on
metal
skin
she
tone.
wants, that she gets. And I'll tell you why. Because when I marry my woman,
Mm-hmm.
when I get a woman that's mine and I marry her,
Yes, when she's yours to take and yours.
you
To do
gotta
with exactly
you gotta
what you
mark
like.
her.
Yeah,
You gotta let the world know that girl's spoken for.
Mhm.
And you have a fake metal ring. That's an excuse to, oh, I don't always wear it because it irritates my skin.
correct.
You never want to give that lady that excuse.
correct.
You never want to give these girls that opportunity.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
say you leave that on. You even get it slightly too small.
Smart.
Just one, maybe half size, slightly where it's a little tight, but eventually it just forms to her finger, and right there her
Mhm.
skin goes in a little bit. But that way, even those times where she thinks she's being sneaky and takes it off,
Yep.
she's got a mark there, and you marked her.
Love that. And then be going to the beach regularly. Be going to the pool regularly, so it gets a nice tan line around there.
Absolutely.
Then even if you take it off, no, and you got to comment on it. Oh, your ring looks so good. Don't let her take that ring off. Don't ask her to put sun lotion on you so she takes it off. Go, no. You burn. You
I'd go as
roast
far
so that-
as to get a handheld tanning flashlight.
Yes.
And when she's sleeping, because I stay up late,
Yeah,
later
you're
than
a
most
night
people.
owl.
When she's asleep, I'm reading my book, going on the computer, whatever. Maybe I have a little flashlight tanning her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta mark them.
These are things you have to do. This isn't, look, what we're talking about right now, it sounds extreme. It is not. It's the standard. It's
It
the
was
new
not that
standard.
much effort.
Very easy.
Mm.
You're at your computer, your pants are off, you're hanging out, you're watching what you're watching,
Here's the thing.
you're zapping there, you're working here. Come on. It's easy.
It's a romantic gesture.
Mm-hmm.
If she's a good girl, and that's the kind you want a good girl.
Exactly.
If she's a good girl, she's going to like this behavior. She's going to like
Mhm.
being marked. She's going to like it when she wakes up to a tanning flashlight on her hand.
Exactly.
That's what girls want.
She's going to go,
That's
wait,
what good
what is
girls
this?"
want.
Yeah, exactly.
In
We
my
don't want
opinion.
good girls gone bad.
No.
We don't want that.
Mm-mm.
It's a great song. Damn it, it's art.
Are
but we
you
don't want
going
it.
to wear a wedding band or a wedding ring?
I will. And I'm wondering to myself, and being from Orange County, there are things that are in my blood, Ari. I want a lifted truck. I wish I did MMA.
What car-
I
you have
kind
a-
of want
what
a
car do you
calf
have now?
tattoo. I have a hybrid. It's a Ford hybrid, but it's a midsize SUV. So-
Escape? What do you got?
Escape, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, love that you know
I'm,
that.
I'm an American car guy.
Yeah. Dude, well, you got the van. Dude, it's looking good. I saw that on
Thank you. I
Instagram.
finished my van.
Looks great.
Yeah, this is the first time announcing it on the podcast. Finished the van. Actually, it's finished, but the only thing left to do, the curtains inside.
Got it, yep.
There's like little teeny finishing touches, but it's done. The plumbing's done. The insulation's
That's
done. The bed's
huge.
done. The electrical's done.
Did you do all this? Did you go in there and do this?
I did it all, but with help from people, if that
Nice.
makes sense. So
Yeah.
I definitely did. I couldn't have done it alone, or it would have taken me even longer than it did. It still took me a year and a half.
Yeah, like electrical stuff is like, that's fucking, you got to get someone who's,
Electrical is actually the part I did the most myself
whoa.
because it's just hooking up stuff essentially.
Okay.
So as long as you know where to hook stuff up, it's the least manly.
Mm.
There's the least amount of sawing and measuring and stuff like that. It's kind of just knowing where to hook stuff up.
What percentage of while working on your van was your shirt off? Did you have a pair of jean shorts?
Good question. Really good questions. Didn't wear jean shorts, but did have work shorts because you're getting greasy, you're
have
getting
to.
messy. And I had work pants as well for the winter. And then shirt off, I'd say 20 to 25% of the time I had shirt
Healthy.
off. There was definitely days of no shirt.
Healthy amount. And doesn't
Absolutely.
it just feel right? Just going in
Oh,
there. Isn't
yeah.
there just something about using your hands, going to work and seeing the chain that it's tangential, it's right there, it's honest.
If the weather permits it, as well as the privacy of the area,
Mm-hmm.
I go shirt off.
Yeah, you're not going to go into some neighborhood or in a school zone and do that.
And I
No.
would if I had a better body.
Right.
But
Teach
I
the
have
kids.
body image issues.
Mm,
I don't really like my body. I don't like people to see it.
I get that.
I have sex with the lights off 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I'll leave my shirt on.
You'll put
sometimes.
a hoodie on for sex sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
zipped
definitely.
up.
I definitely am known to leave a shirt on. Sometimes I've had more than once a girl say, "Take off your shirt."
I have such a small penis. Sometimes I'd like, can we have sex without my penis tonight? And then that's getting cucked. But maybe I'm into that. I don't know.
Dude, there's this thing. You, Chad, and JT all claim to have tiny wieners.
Yeah.
And I don't buy it. I straight up don't buy it.
I have a small penis.
I
dude.
think you all have average wieners, and I haven't.
I like that you go
I haven't
average.
seen your wiener,
It's-
but I don't buy it. I don't buy that you have a tiny wiener.
I appreciate that. And I'm owning it. And here's the thing.
You're tall. How tall are you?
6'3".
You don't have a tiny. You're white and
But look
tall.
at my hands. All right. Look at my hands. Let's put our hands up together. Look at our hands.
You
This is a
don't
bigger
have ti-
indicator than a
You don't
foot.
have tiny hands. Well, here's the thing.
For my
This
size,
is a
I have
bad-
small hands.
Yeah, you do. I'm not going to argue with you, but I have big hands, so it's also a bad comparison. And I have a big wiener.
Thank you. Yes.
But I don't buy it. I just don't.
Look,
Have you measured it?
Oh, yeah.
Erect?
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you erect?
erect.
Yeah.
5 1/4.
That's
five
on
and a
the
quarter.
smaller side of average.
small penis.
But that's not.
And that's a
I
lot
don't
of
think that's small.
And that's the thing is, I'm a grower with that. So when I'm
course.
not showing, it's very small. And that's the thing.
And your girl don't mind?
Well, she loves me.
Let me see.
But also my
but she
lovemaking
don't-
style.
But she could still love you and wish you had a bigger dong.
Of course. No, she said, you know what she says, and it kind of hurts the most. She goes, "It's nice." She says, "It's nice." Sorry.
It's like when someone
It's
says
like,
that about your
yeah.
when we're bringing up comedians,
Yeah.
and they go, "Oh yeah, but he's nice."
Yeah, exactly, dude. Or
Yeah.
or when you get off stage,
Okay,
and someone
ready
goes,
for the
"That
average
was
size
fun."
penis?
Yeah, let's hear it.
This is a worldwide average, so keep in mind America has smaller size, or I mean bigger penises than Asia and Mexico on average. So, but the worldwide average is 5.35 inches.
Okay, so I am
So-
small,
No, you said you're a little over 5.
5 1/4. But 3 is bigger than a quarter.
Okay, now let's do
5.25.
average size penis USA. That can't be right. It says it's 5.1 in the USA.
Really,
I'm going to change USA to United States.
dude? Maybe that's. The
I
thing.
would have thought
maybe it's
the
a
United States would have
perspective.
oh, here we go. So if you type in USA, United States, you get different links. So this isn't, so take this all with a
This
grain
is
of
the
salt.
internet, exactly.
But
dude.
if you do United States, and I believe this one more, because I think the US, I'm not saying we have the biggest penises in the world, but I think we're above average in penis size.
I think yeah, and we probably eat the most protein in this country, which I think helps growth.
we
and
eat a
it
lot
helps
of
everything.
protein, and just because Asia and India has so many people, and they have smaller wieners than us. That's science.
Yeah,
That's not
this is
racist.
science.
That's just
science.
That's it. Hispanics also have smaller penises.
Really, I didn't know that.
So the only countries in my mind that might have bigger penises than us would be Africa, Europe, possibly.
yeah, probably like.
Scandinavia.
Because I was gonna say
Yeah.
Scandinavians probably have big cocks. There's something
things
going on
like
up
that.
there.
So this one I believe more though, and this says 5.6 inches in the United States.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
So
That sounds right. Yeah, it's tiny.
there you go.
And here's the thing. But
But
the
that's not
important
tiny.
message
That's a little
is-
below average. Like I'm 5'9", which was average my whole life, and now it's 5'10".
And this is boner.
Average.
That's erect. That's boner length.
I believe they're talking.
I think that's boner length because if you're
Yeah.
5.5
non-erect.
non-erect, that's a big old penis.
Yeah,
That's a good. Like
that's
you
a good-
are. I would be
good
pulling that
wiener.
out in the bank. I'd be in jail. And I think that's what's
be a
important.
good thing to have in jail though. Have that big.
Yeah, it'd be
that big
nice.
wiener.
It'd be nice. People would be threatened by it.
Mhm.
And it is true though. I think maybe it's just the guys, but the thing is, you know, man, you have a small penis, and I got a small penis, and you really just have to.
Slightly below average. I don't think small.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's huge to hear you say that, and it helps.
I mean it. We just looked up the average. The average 5'6". You're 5'2". Wait,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
a quarter of a foot?
when close to the equator.
Wait, isn't a quarter of a foot?
0.25.
2.5 would be if a foot was 10 inches though, wouldn't it be?
I think they
I'm really
still
bad
break
at
down
this
those.
stuff.
That's a really great question.
so
I was
wouldn't-
imagining an inch. No, they still do like quarter of an inch.
Right, but if you're 5 1/4 foot or 5 1/4 inch. If wouldn't 5 1/4 be 5.4 inches? 5 feet 4 inches?
It's 5.25. I used a
Wouldn't
ruler that
5.25 be
we'd
it
have
w-
to check.
Yeah.
I used a ruler that came with my Stance underwear. They have a dick.
They have
Part
a
of their
dick
market.
ruler and
They have a
Stance
dick
underwear? I did
ruler
not know
that comes
that.
with Stance underwear.
that makes
yeah.
me like them so much
I
more.
know, dude. I
Is
love
it in the
Stance, bro.
underwear?
So it's like when you unwrap it to kind of keep it like the way that comes in the package, like it's
The
kind of
band
Yeah,
around
the
it.
band thing is, and you pull it out, and you're like, oh, this is also a ruler. What am I gonna do?
That's a cool marketing technique, but I could also see a lot of people going, I can't buy that because I don't want to know because I'm tiny.
It's kind of like max bench pressing. If you never max out, you can tell yourself you can do more.
I personally, I have a big dong.
Love that. Yeah, you have very yes.
It's not like it's not giant. It's boyfriend dick.
Yes.
But I still don't want to measure it
Yeah.
because in my head I like to think
and putting a number on
I'm
it
pretty
is
big.
It seems more artistic. It seems more fluid. It seems more beautiful if it's not a number. You know, when you become a number, it's dehumanizing, right? But if you just say, I have a boyfriend size cock. I have a cock I have a lovable dick that can give and take.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful way to talk about a dick.
Yeah, most like every girl that has had my dick, and it's a good amount. I'd say
Nice.
in the digits.
Let's go.
Has said no one said it's too big, but they've always been like, you have a nice big dick. And I know every girl says that to everyone, but I could tell when people are lying when they're not. I'm a good reader.
You are a very good reader. I think
Yeah.
I think that lends your.
I have a good bullshit meter.
You do. And you know, you've been around the block. You know
I've
the
watched
deal.
porn. I've seen a lot of penises.
Oh yeah, and that's going to skew things. Any young listeners out there, don't watching porn and then thinking about that's how I should be fucking is like watching
Girls don't want it
basketball
that
in the NBA and going that's how I should be playing basketball. It's like your skill level's not where these porn stars are.
You don't want
They're
it to be.
skilled. And yeah,
Girls
that's
don't want it like that.
No,
that's fiction.
it's very male dominate. It's not.
That's fictional.
No.
Yeah, girls don't want to have sex like that.
And everybody wants it different ways. People have different tastes and different styles, you know, and that's sort of the beauty of it, you know.
Yeah, I'm more of a love maker. I'm a gentle giant.
I like that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. I am definitely a finesse bottom, where I'm on the bottom and sort of just
You're never
really,
on top?
very rarely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you like the girl on top most of the time.
Oh yeah, that's how it's my fiance and I fall into. It's sort of
And
just
she
naturally happen.
prefers it that way too.
Preferred.
I find that when the girl, I like all the positions, but when a girl's on top, we've gotten really sexual in this podcast. When a girl's on
We're
top,
sexual guys.
Yeah, we're sexual. We're men.
Yeah.
That's what men do.
Yeah.
We talk
about sex. We talk about our cocks. We crap with the door open. We lift weights.
I don't lift as much weights as I should, but I'll get into it.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
the best.
I've been into it
It's
in the
best.
past, and I'll get into it again. I'm just not. I think I just need to hit a point where I have like a lot of free time, more than I do now.
Here's the thing. We tell ourselves that.
I know it's excuses.
It's already there.
It's excuses.
All you need is a set of dumbbells
a schedule.
and 15 minutes. And exactly. Once you build it into the routine,
What's
that's all you need.
what kind of dumbbells do you keep?
I
How many-
have a set of 35s and 25s, and then some lighter ones like 10.
I
and
should
stuff
get
like
dumbbells and just keep it in my
That. I was
guest
gonna
bedroom.
say, or yeah, your guest bedroom. Keep them in your van or whatever. Take them, pull the shirt off, dude. Freaking workout right
I'm
outside the
serious.
van.
This podcast, I'm buying dumbbells from.
Get
this.
it, dude. It's the
Did
best.
you buy yours online or did you go to a sports store in real life?
JT got them for me. Sent them to me during
you
the
got 'em
pandemic. Yeah, online. Yeah, and
That's a nice
and then my
gift.
fiance got me some too. It's funny. I asked for lighter ones because JT
25's a heavy starting point.
It's heavy, and I was only using 35s, but I couldn't do as dynamic stuff with 35s. Like I can't really curl it.
Yeah, I'd probably go if I were getting two. I think 25 and 35 is a good two step. But yeah, I'd probably add some 15s and 20s to that mix.
Yeah, you want it because you want to do some out front stuff. Like you're gonna hurt your shoulder throwing it unless you're really jacked. Like,
And I'm
doing
not
extended.
looking to get jacked.
No.
I'm looking to get ripped and shredded.
And dude, you will get ripped and shredded. And the dumbbells are enough. And dude, I'm never going back to the gym. I'm working out at home now. I watch a
go
YouTube
to
video.
a rock climbing gym.
Dude,
but
that's a great
I'm never
workout.
going to a regular gym. Although now that I'm doing van life, I'm gonna sign up for either 24-hour fitness or Planet Fitness. I
Take the
haven't
shower.
decided yet, so that I could on the road just
It's
have
very smart.
Have a nice bathroom chain.
Which ones are more readily available? Probably.
I think there's more Planet Fitness.
Really?
Now. I thought because growing up, I hadn't even heard of Planet Fitness.
No.
It's like a new. I feel like it's new, right? When did you start hearing about Planet Fitness? 5
30
years
seconds ago.
Oh, you've never even heard of it?
Never even heard. I've heard of Anytime Fitness and I've heard of 24
So
Hour.
Planet Fitness is the cheapest one, I believe. It's literally, I want to say, $15 a month, something ridiculously cheap.
Baby.
And and you see them in like the ghettos, in like poor parts of town. There's there's no Planet Fitness in this part of town.
Yeah, we're in
because-
Sunset Boulevard. We're on the Sunset Strip, baby.
Yeah,
Coming
this
to
is
you
ritzy.
live.
People would be embarrassed to go to Planet Fitness who are in this phony piece of shit city.
Yes, exactly. They would not want fake diamonds, and they could not be seen in the Planet Fitness.
But around the country, I believe there's more Planet Fitnesses now than 24-hour fitness. So I have to pick one.
And
maybe both. So I could literally have both for $35 a month.
Yeah. Would you give your fingerprint? I remember 24-hour fitness asked for my fingerprint to log in at one point. I don't feel like you're that type of guy.
I don't want to do it, but I do it. I don't care that much. I've already given it to enough places.
That's what I mean.
I'm already in this. Whatever system there is for fingerprints, it's done.
It's done, dude. Dude, I have face lock on my iPhone. I'm done. My identity's done, dude. If someone wants, I could be stolen. Doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. I have enough other people's identities to where if I wanted to be anonymous, I would just go there. But I don't want to have to put on someone else's fingerprint every time I go to the gym. It's
dude,
so
I
much
agree.
work.
Yeah, that's enough. And let me tell you right now, would you say, have you in your findings, and I think this is, but maybe it's also because this is who I'm interacting with more, but like straight white dudes, and we're coming out of this time with the shot and all that type of shit.
I don't got shot.
And everything.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Hey, baby, I don't believe in forcing anyone to do what they don't want their body. And but I do have all 3 of my shots, and I still got COVID.
I haven't gotten it.
It's amazing, bro.
So it's the irony of it.
But straight white dudes are the ones that are worried that like someone's coming for them or the government's coming for them. I'm like, no one gives a fuck like about that demographic of person. I'm like, young hot women, people are coming for young hot women.
But not in that way. Not the government isn't targeting young hot women's identities.
Yeah, they probably are, dude. What do they want, dude? Young hot women, everyone wants them, dude. Like every country, there's value there.
I'll tell you what, I want them.
Dude, you like look at dictators, look at oligarchs. They ship in they bring them from everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
Epstein,
what these major,
Cosby.
They create islands to get them in there. What? No one wants 6'3" small cock dude who's kind of funny sometimes on camera. No one's coming for me, baby. It's narcissistic to think that way.
Overall, I agree with you.
Yeah.
There's no one coming for us.
No one's coming for me.
But everyone who's gotten come for, that sounded sexual.
I like that though.
Everyone who's gotten come for probably said the same thing or thought the same thing.
True.
No one's coming for me. And then all of a sudden they're coming for you.
Your guard's down.
And it's too late.
You got to have your bunker. You're right.
I think you're right. They're probably not coming for me, but they might be.
It's the same thing. Rather would have it and never need it than need it and not have it.
Exactly. It's like health insurance.
Yeah.
I'm healthy. I'm fit. I don't think I have to go to the hospital anytime soon.
No.
But when you do and you don't have health insurance, you're fucked.
True. There's a crane operating outside this building. I could get drilled walking out here. I came in the back door today. Real sketchy, real weird.
Yeah.
Could get drilled. You could get drilled at any time.
So that is why I have purchased several identities on the dark web.
Yes, as you should. As you should. What's your favorite identity that you have? I'm thinking about getting into one. I'd like an identity with a big cock, wears leather, drives a street bike. Do you have any women identities?
I do. Yeah. I have a little bit of everything.
Nice.
It's kind of like an alcohol bar, maybe a wine cellar, but for identities. It depends on the mood, depends on the occasion, depends where I'm going, depends what I'm doing.
Some aged stuff.
Oh, yeah. Different ages, of course. I have children.
Really?
I have children's identities. Those are, in fact, cheaper to get because they haven't been developed.
Yeah, and you get to develop them.
Yeah, and some people are thinking like, that's gross. It's not gross. There's nothing sexual about it. You made it that in your head.
Yeah, you're thinking that, and that's why that person thinking that should not have that identity.
Yeah, go to therapy and work on yourself.
Exactly.
People have said that to me, and you don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's you got that person's making it weird.
They made it weird.
It's a choice. We all make a choice. You know what I mean?
But yeah, keep those thoughts inside your head.
Yeah, when you do that, I imagine Ari, you're picturing a kid who's going to win a spelling bee. Play on a soccer team.
Those are the kids I want.
Cool.
And if I'm stealing kids' identity, I want it to be a smart kid.
Of course.
Yeah, I want it to be good on paper.
Kids are vicious, dude. Kids are vicious, bro.
If I
Middle
have
schoolers?
a kid,
yeah,
I might switch his identity at birth, like keep his real identity, but then live his whole life using a fake identity from birth. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be sick as hell. He'd
be off the grid.
How far away are we from bespoke genes? You know what I mean? Where like you can get a DNA test. The doctor can go, and this all takes money and shit, so it's not that practical, but it's interesting to think about. You can get your DNA test, whichever woman who you decide to make your woman, when you make her your woman.
When I make a woman my woman.
Yes, exactly.
And with her permission.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. you will both get DNA tests, and the doctors can go, okay, here are your gene traits that aren't ideal as
And they could like cut them out.
yeah, and then you can get a child that's like, this is the best version of you.
It's scary.
Going into the best version of her.
I remember watching this. There's a movie about that was made in the 80s, I want to say. I forget
Really?
what it's called. I had to watch it in school. It was about this guy who wanted to be an astronaut. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
No.
This guy wanted to be an astronaut, and it took place in the future. He basically couldn't be an astronaut because how they pick people's jobs now is they like took their blood and they're like, here's what you'd be best at.
Yeah, so people are afraid. Yeah.
And he literally, I think, had to be a janitor because they're like, listen, you're just never going to be as smart as this guy because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
But he basically stole someone's identity and worked his ass off to be an astronaut because that was his dream.
This isn't Gattaca, is it?
Might be.
No,
Even if you said it, I wouldn't remember.
Okay.
But he would have to. So at the end of the day, he worked at like NASA or whatever. He would have to remove his hairs off his desk because he didn't want to be caught
Whoa.
with his DNA.
Yeah.
So he like snuck his way into being an astronaut. Now, listen.
And he's got heart, bro.
He was like this inspiring move that he had to work harder than all the other astronauts because they had it more naturally.
Correct.
They're more naturally gifted. But so there is that scary downside of it is that, especially in the beginning, poor people aren't going to be able to do it. So then rich people are going to make more powerful kids and the rich are going to get richer. It's going to create
disparity
and all that. But overall, I do think it's pretty cool in evolution that you can make better and smarter people. And I do think it'll only better humanity and the earth to have stronger, smarter, better people.
Yeah, that's why we should. Yeah, dude, exactly. And the people that are here today, invest in education. Raise the skill level of labor in our country by creating programs that are legit that give people opportunities. Dude, it's only going to make everyone better.
It's going to make everyone better. Think about it right now.
Literacy.
If there was a surgery that you could buy that would do that same thing to your current self, I'd do it. If I could go
sick.
Get put under and I wake up and I'm just naturally smarter.
Captain America style.
Yeah, stronger, better genes. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Be cool. Oh, you're going to get 10 more years of your life, better years. Yeah, everyone would want that, dude.
And I also do think, although it'll create a disparity amongst the rich and poor, I do think that the lower class, listen, is there work to be done to make their lives better? Of course there is. And is this coming from a privileged white male? So some people are going to watch this and go, you suck, you don't know shit. Yeah, but I think overall, and this is globally, every year, every decade, it's better to be a poor person. I'm not saying better than being a rich person. I'm just saying the higher the uppest class is, that's the proper term, uppest class.
Uppest class, yes.
The better, it all trickles down. Maybe not as much as it should. I'm not saying life is perfect.
Yeah. It's getting siphoned off, no question.
Being a poor person in America now is better than being a poor person in America in the 40s.
Yeah, the wealth
lower
gap.
class.
Yeah, like you can still have an everyone still has a smartphone.
Yeah,
you have access to
iPhone,
other stuff.
You have running water. You have electricity. You still live the life of a rich person from 100 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I think about that. Like, we're all kings. I think about that because I love history and shit. Like, me and you are living better than any king from the fucking Middle Ages, bro. Like, we just housed that burrito. Dude, if you brought
$4.
If you brought a king that burrito from Taco Bell, dude, you would get he'd give you lands.
Yeah.
He'd be like, you are given lands and these three women, these three women that I don't need anymore. And then this, and then you take, dude, it'd be dude, that's the whole spice trade. Like, you introduce spice to wealthy people. They go to war for that shit, dude.
Yeah, 100%. 8 years ago, I had to, and I'm going to admit this, I didn't have to. This was me probably taking advantage of the system.
Right.
But I didn't want to work hard. I wanted to pursue comedy.
I want to fucking chill, baby. Let's go,
I wanted to chill more. I did work and had a shitty job, but it wasn't enough. And I signed up for EBT. Took advantage of the system, right? It's offering. I qualified. I'm going to get it. And if you don't know what EBT is, it's formerly called food stamps. It is a card. You go to the grocery store. You get I think at the time it was $150 a month of free groceries.
It's nice.
At the EBT sign-up office, and these are all the poorest people. You have to be very poor to get it. There are fat people there signing up for EBT.
Whoa.
If you could be a fat, very poor person in America, your life ain't that bad, right? There's kids in Africa who are starving to death. So
Yeah. It's like
being poor ain't that bad, is all I'm saying.
that's Ari's political. You're gonna be running for mayor in LA, and be like, hey, look, baby, being poor ain't that bad. Check it out.
And I've been
We're
poor.
on Venice.
Do my parents have money? Yeah, but they cut me off when I was 13. Did I always have the luxury of like, if I were to be homeless, I could go home to my parents' house in San Diego?
You had that net, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that in my head. My life isn't bad. I know. I'm speaking to the haters. I know, but I haven't taken a dime from my parents in a long time. I lived in a shitty studio apartment. I've lived with roommates. I lived in my aunt's garage. I've lived poor for several years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm poor now.
Hey, you're
to most
coming up
people.
though, baby.
Yeah.
To most. Yeah, exactly. It's relative.
It's all relative.
Perspective. There's no question we're doing all right. And look, dude, you're an adult. If you borrow money from your mom, you lie and say you're going to pay her back. You borrow money like an adult. Come on.
No, I haven't even done
Come on.
that. But
Really?
I
Oh,
will
have.
say,
Oh, baby, I
for
have.
my last birthday, she gave me $500.
That's nice.
That's a good
It's a
chunk of
great,
change.
dude. Yeah, that comes in. That's great.
She
dude.
said, "Happy birthday."
500.
Handed me a check for $500.
Dude, you know what I got the other day? My mom was cleaning the garage. I had an Aunt Lorraine. I've only met her a handful of times. She, passed away decades ago. Great woman, very nice woman.
Is your mom?
This was my mom. No, my mom's alive, but my great Aunt
Oh,
Lorraine.
your great Aunt Lorraine. Yeah.
And I met her, great aunt, so she was old. I met her when I was young.
And she's hot
But
or no?
she was pretty hot.
Okay,
She was
cool.
hot. And she was wealthy. That's what I'm getting into because
Oh,
she
yeah.
got me and my siblings they're $100, but a U.S. savings bond, and they mature after 30 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, I went to the bank and like it was cool. Like I almost
After
wanted to
30
keep
years, you said?
30-year maturity
Wow.
level.
Okay.
And I guess after that it stops earning interest.
Right. So
And
you
it
might as well
doesn't-
cash it because it's just going to sit there.
Exactly. So I went and cashed them, and I had like a couple of them that were $100 face value, and they basically double over the year. So baby, your boy just got a couple $100, boom, right in my back pocket.
Wait, how much was it?
So I had $400 bonds from like 87,
Yeah, so
88,
how much was
89,
each one
90.
now?
Each one was $100, and the $100 one probably was like $208.
Wait, so over 30 years,
That's how
it
much
went
grew.
from 100 to 208?
Yeah,
Damn, that's nothing.
it's nothing. I know.
I mean,
know.
it's double, but
But it's also free money.
no, it's cool, but it's like
You'd expect it to be more.
I thought you were gonna say like,
$1,000.
yeah, $1,000 or something.
Because it's like a U.S. Treasury reserve bill. Like, no,
The interest rate's just super low.
it's so low. It's
But yeah,
so
it's
low.
free money.
And the interest only
Most-
starts kicking in like 20 years in,
Yeah.
and then you earn it for 10 years, and you're just like, don't lose this.
I was gonna say, I wonder how many of those bonds the U.S. government just like collected, like the people gave them $100 and then just never cashed them and they're gone forever.
I think that's their whole strategy. They
Yeah.
go, you're just going to lose this, idiot.
yeah.
Great, we'll take it. Yeah.
Because when Bitcoin became popular in the last 5 years, I for sure have Bitcoin
Mhm.
from 10, 15 years ago. 'Cause
Really?
I was a big tech nerd.
Whoa,
and
dude,
I
get that
remember
shit.
buying Bitcoin. It's gone. No, it's gone forever. I have no fucking idea what happened to my
Yeah.
Bitcoin. It was literally me goofing around as a 12, 13-year-old kid on the internet. Because back then they were $1, whatever they were.
Dude, you would be.
They were cents.
Bro, we would be.
I'd
we'd be
love
on that side of Sunset Boulevard right now, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
so there's
amazing.
tons of Bitcoin. I'm sure there's millions of Bitcoin
You got to get like
that are just gone in the ether.
that. Totally. You got to get one of those little sticks to put them on, like a hard drive stick.
Even
It's like
then,
your
those things
locker.
break. That would be scary to keep it on.
Yeah,
there.
don't let you. Then you got to go open a safety deposit box.
But even
and,
then,
like,
even
put it
if
in
you
there.
put it in there, like just a piece of electronics sitting for 20 years, it might work. It might work. It might not.
You're
like
right.
Those things, I wouldn't really trust that either.
You're so right, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you
just
could,
wear
luckily
and
you
tear.
could keep a crypto wallet now in multiple places. You can keep one there. You can keep one on a Google Drive. Like there's tons of places to keep it, but you have that risk. The more places you keep it, the more risk of someone stealing it. So it's a catch-22.
We're very proper white guy that our conversation organically went into crypto. Very proper of us to get there. I mean,
I'm gonna say 2022, cryptos. All the races talk about crypto.
I think you're right. I think everyone's got a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you think percentage of people dabble in crypto these days?
High. I'm gonna say
think
50.
so.
I'm gonna say 50% of people.
But how much do you think of those people have more than like 1,000? bucks, like USD in their crypto. I have crypto. I don't have $1,000.
You don't have 1,000 crypto. Okay.
I have close to, but not 1,000 in crypto.
I have several thousand in crypto.
Baby, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't even remember how much, but it's definitely over 1,000.
Let's go.
I don't really even invest in things under 1,000 because at that point it's like
It's not really worth it.
I mean, it could be because you never
Well,
know.
that's
It
what I mean.
could 10x, and now you have several $1,000s. So I'm not saying it's not
Yeah.
worth it, but
It's not
yeah,
life changing.
I kind of go. I don't want to say big, but big-ish for investment. So if I'm buying if I'm buying Ford stock, any stock, I'm never buying $100 of stock. It's always at least $1,000 or more.
You're not half-assing it. When you
Yeah.
do you like gambling? Do you like Vegas? I'm a big Vegas guy. I love it, baby.
No.
Really?
I'm not a gambler at all.
I love gambling.
Occasionally I'll go, like if I do, I go there with $100, $150 tops, and I go, as soon as I lose this, I'm out.
All I'm saying is that is the proper way to do it. You have
Yeah.
to, whatever your denomination is, based on how much you're comfortable, you have to say, I'm willing to pay this for this entertainment
Yes.
of being at the table or the slot or whatever game. And that's your price of admission for that entertainment, and be okay losing it. Maybe you'll
Yeah,
win.
totally. You
Maybe
just
you'll
gotta
win.
go- maybe you will.
Just don't go back to the well, baby. Don't
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to the well.
Never
You do
doing
that.
It's rare that I do win because even when I'm winning, I keep gambling with my winning, unless if I won a shitload,
Yeah.
but I usually don't. So the most I think I've ever won was $500-$600, but overall I've lost.
Of course. Same.
Gambling's a weird thing. It's one of those things, you know how every guy I've ever met in my entire life has been like, I could have been a pro athlete, but I decided I didn't want to, or I hurt my hamstring or whatever bullshit. But literally,
a couple inches taller.
95% of men have said to someone, I could have been a pro athlete.
Yes. And 100% of that 95 could not have been a pro
Yeah,
athlete.
no one, it's so hard to be a pro athlete. Like any pro athlete is genetically gifted or just worked their dicks off their whole life. The same thing as gambling. Everyone who likes to gamble says to me, I win a lot. The thing is, when I go, I usually come out, I go to Vegas and I pay for my trip with the gambling. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't, bro.
No one wins in gambling.
Yeah.
Maybe, again, same thing. There's people who have tricks. There's people who know how to count cards. No, but very, very few people. And no one that I know, no one I know is smart enough to do that.
No, same. Same, dude. And it's literally mathematically set up. The more time you spend there, you guaranteed will lose.
Yeah.
So the only times your trip lasts 15 seconds, did you go down, put something on fucking red or black, double it, and leave? Okay, great. Then you're good at gambling, dude.
Yeah.
But you're good at getting lucky.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny to brag about that. The ego involved.
But how many? Do you feel the same way? Do you know a lot of people who claim that? I feel like everyone I talk to who's into gambling claims that they win in gambling.
I do know a few dudes that are like that, and you do like to be smart at it, especially with sports gambling. I feel like you like to be like, oh, I make good calls. I can assess talent pretty well. I feel like poker might be the only game where someone can have more skill.
But even then, like poker, at least you're not playing the house as much. You're more playing the other guys at the table.
Yeah.
But there's still tons of luck to it.
Of course.
There's still I still don't believe anyone.
No.
Unless, of course, if they're a professional poker player and that's what they do for a living, that's different.
It's
But
like
the regular dude who goes, "Oh no, I win in poker." It's like, no, then you'd be a professional poker player.
Dude, exactly.
You were that good.
Exactly. It would naturally happen. Like you would have pursued it. You'd be good.
Yeah,
but it's like
that's a killer
someone,
job.
it's like with comedy. Oh man, I'm really funny. All my friends tell me I'm funny. Okay, cool. I'm sure you've been funny, but no, you're not. You're not going to be a stand-up. It's like, it's a completely different skill set. It's way different.
Mhm.
Oh man, I could have been a stand-up. Nah, dude. Go do it. Bro,
Yeah, do
literally you can. Go do it. There's open mics everywhere. You're at a bar. I'm talking to you at a bar right now. Go do it. Go do 3 minutes.
I do. Yeah. How many people after shows come up to you and say, "I'm thinking about doing stand-up"?
A lot, many.
At least one
I
a
would say
night, right?
at least after every show. And then one of the best was a guy recently. He's like, man, I got about 18 minutes of material. I'm just looking to whittle it down. How many mics have you done? 0, man. Just really waiting to perfect it. You don't have 18 minutes, bro.
Oh, dude.
I've been doing it 10 years. I barely have 15 minutes that are like that I'm proud
That
of.
you're
Get
proud
the
of,
fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's people who literally say, "Oh yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I've been writing for years and I have hours of material, so I'm kind of ready to go."
Dude, yeah, bro.
And those people are full blown mentally ill. We're all mentally ill, but those people, I'm like,
dude, for sure.
"Oh, you're out of your mind."
Yeah, exactly.
If you have that much confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an insane amount of confidence. Dude.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Or I've literally met people who have recorded their stand-up album to their phone with no audience, have just like done the jokes and released albums of it.
That's savage. Dude.
Because we're at the point of technology where a mentally ill person can pretty easily, for very little money, just release an album on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Or Amazon
That's
even.
the downside to technology.
And
having
someone,
no gatekeepers.
Dude, for sure.
Yeah.
And someone who can edit it, like you can edit in like a Seinfeld laugh track if you want.
And it sounds real.
And you can crush.
Dude, there was a comic, I forget his name. His are actually good. I'm saying this as an example. But during the pandemic, he got famous on TikTok. He set up a stand-up set in his living room, record himself doing stand-up, added a laugh track, but you can't tell. If you watch the video, it sounds like he's at a club doing stand-up, and his clips went viral, and he's like a comedian now from it.
Let's go. See, I love that, baby. You hustled. You found something else. I mean, like,
but he's good. Like, he's talented, and you watch and you go, yeah, that would be a funny joke.
Yeah.
To do in front of an audience. But now there's people doing that who are just out of their minds.
Totally. Well, now we're all out of our minds a little bit. I'm definitely out of my mind a little bit, but.
Yeah, but we're a healthy amount. Like, we have a healthy amount of mental illness.
Yeah, exactly. And we at least, like, once again, I talk about lying to myself. Like, I'm not going to lie to myself. And everyone has to. Like, your joke will bomb, but you go, no, there's something there. There's something funny. But you'll change it. You'll have craft to it. You'll
What's your
alter things.
latest new joke that you haven't gotten to work yet? Let's workshop it.
It is. I have two. I want to tell you one because I actually really want to do it. But my main one that's tough to workshop is I have a brother who is into drugs and he's in a rehab program and he'll be there and he just got into it too early, sadly. And
he's currently in rehab?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. What drugs is he on? Or does he like?
He
what's his drug of
did
choice?
everything, dude. I think
everything.
at the end, like,
There wasn't
just
a certain
meth.
one where he's like, I'm addicted to meth.
Yeah. But started with weed and then just gradually worse and
And
worse.
is he a decent guy or was he stealing on meth? Like, what was his low point?
He was.
Did he steal from you at all?
Oh yeah, he sold all of our skateboards, our bikes, everything. And you know what? That was like high school. Probably not meth then. Probably just coke.
Wow.
Or whatever.
So he's like, it turned him into a bad guy.
Yeah, he was doing some bad stuff.
I'm not saying he is a bad guy, but there were moments.
For sure.
Kind of a bad guy.
For sure, dude. No question.
Drugs can make people
And addiction's going to make
Yeah.
you do the most, anything that's, you're going to be selfish. You're going to be, whatever you're addicted to, you're going to go get that and you need it and drugs the worst. But, so it's based on me having to go visit him one time when he was in jail.
Okay.
And being like, jail is set up to keep people going back to jail. That's the system, right?
I've heard that before.
But there's no rehabilitation. There's like
Right.
supposed to be 3 R's. They really lack on the rehabilitation. It's like
And then when you get out of jail, you can't get a job because you've been in jail.
exactly,
And
our society's not
and you
set
come
up.
out broke.
Yeah, you go work at like the what's that great breakfast spot downtown LA? Fucking I forget what it's called, but they like put gravy on everything. It's all ex-cons that are cooking there. And
Oh, I never even knew about that.
Oh,
And
it's
it's actually good food.
It's great food. Yeah,
Oh,
great
cool. I wanna go there.
scrambles. It's really, really good. I'll think of it. But it's like down on Figueroa, I think, by Staples Center. But I was gonna say to rehabilitate, if you commit a crime, you should just have to work at the fucking airport. Like you should just have to work at like the Starbucks at the airport. I'm
As
like,
your punishment,
that's your punishment.
just
And
all day, every day.
Dude, just think about it. Where do you park? How do you? I was trying to think to myself.
Oh, like
bro,
not only you have to work there, but you have to work there
You-
and not get
that's
a
your job.
parking spot. Like,
And then
you
I'm like,
have to-
those people are heroes, bro. That do those gigs. Like you, just for instance, take the Starbucks at the airport. No one wants to be there. Everyone's in a bad mood. I'm like, if you
It'd be a
murder
horrible
someone,
job.
you got to take orders at Starbucks, dude. Misdemeanor, 1 DUI. You backed into a post. You can do the stockroom or whatever.
Isn't it funny that in our heads, like that would be almost worse than jail to me, is having to work at like
I know.
Taco Bell.
And people grind hard, dude. I'm like, society, that shouldn't be a job where you have to work to get by. I'm like, you should be like at a boutique shop and they should make a Netflix show about you. But I'm like, at this Starbucks at the airport, it's hard,
Yeah, no, you're.
But here, how do I make that
I've ne-
funny though, Ari? I'm not making it funny. Basically,
yeah,
the
no, I get it. It's like an observation that everybody could relate to.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's
Yeah.
like that might be worse than going to prison.
the whittled
just
down
having-
premise is that prison isn't working. What we need is, and they're overcrowded. What we need is
Right.
rehabilitation. We need Starbucks at the airport is the new prison. and then I got to have some punchlines. I think maybe that premise is something that's there.
Maybe you got to
not
think
working.
of, you know what I think the premise of it, and this is coming from a guy who sucks at writing jokes, but
No,
I
baby,
think
you're hilarious. What are you
thank
talking about?
The premise of it to me is like things that could be, to me, this is where I take from it. If I were to spin it for myself, the funniness of it is that there's plenty of things that convicts can do that are way more productive than us just paying for them to be in prison. That is equivalent punishment.
Yeah.
So I think you could find, rather than work at Starbucks at an airport, or maybe that is one of the funny, maybe that's the first example.
Right.
What's an even funnier thing that a convict can do?
If this, then what? Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of sitting in jail, like,
Be a DJ. They
Yeah.
should all be DJs, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's like, have
Well,
a DJ
DJs
program, give them the best beats.
yeah, that'd be a pretty cool job. That'd be fun.
That would be sick.
That-
Yeah.
Like I don't even
want
listen to
that
that
too,
kind of
dude.
music. But if someone's like, "Hey, I could make you a famous DJ," they live
I
dope
would
lives.
go kill
Yeah.
someone to get into
Yeah.
that program.
Right.
Yeah.
That would make everyone want to be prisoners.
Yeah.
But like, what's a horrible job that no, like, yeah, like,
Like, what do they say? Like laying fucking like laying pipe is boning, but like I think like literally doing that is probably like a terrible. Or like,
yeah, terrible. But now we got to think of like a funny, terrible thing they'd have to do.
Is it like I mean, customer service? I've worked so much in customer service that my brain always goes there.
There's so many horrible jobs that choose from.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a weird, specific, funny job. Like, I think all prisoners should have to
Yeah.
clip my mom's toenails every day. Like something,
Yeah.
whatever. That was a,
No, but
cheesy example, but something like that. I think that's
I gotta
the
work
direction
on it.
for. But if I was writing that joke, that's what I'd be trying to think of to make it funny. Funny, horrible things. Funny, unique, specific, horrible jobs.
Yep. And then maybe even assign a crime to it. Like you do this,
Yes. Yes.
whatever crime you fucking.
Like, I have a joke where I talk about cutting. I got in trouble for cutting down a tree,
Mhm.
and I had to go to court. Blah blah blah. And the punchline is, I do community service, and the whole time during community service, we just cut down trees.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Like on the side.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Yes. I did that.
And that's a true story, minus that I had to cut down trees. Yeah.
Truth is the best. That's the secret weapon, is
Yeah.
the truth in the comedy. And I'm
And
trying
most,
to extend it.
to me, most comedians stem from truth, at least.
You have to. 'Cause
Yeah.
the audience can sniff that out. They're wrong about a lot, but
Yeah.
authenticity is they're not. What about this bit? I'm trying a new bit too. I don't want to get too much.
No,
make
no,
this
do
too
it.
therapy.
Yeah, it's a comedy podcast.
I'm trying to fucking.
Most people listening to this are obsessed with stand-up, I think.
Let's go.
I don't have a lot of
baby.
listeners, but the people that do listen every week
Soldiers.
are big. They're soldiers, and they're here because they're comedy nerds.
I
They
love
saw
that,
me
baby.
They saw me doing stand-up somewhere, or they heard of this through a comedian.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to do a bit about I'm not tough. I'm not tough. Grew up in Orange County. I talk about this in
Mhm.
my set. Comfortable, look at these hands. They haven't really done, I do valet, which is manual labor, but it's not,
It is manual labor, you said?
I guess. Is
I
it?
don't know. I
No,
wouldn't
no,
consider
it's
it
not.
manual
It's
labor.
customer service.
Yeah.
It's
It's
customer
you need a
service.
skill. You need to be able to drive and park cars.
I can drive stick
but
shift.
not manual labor.
I fucking move heavy ass bags a lot.
Because it's not manual labor because you're never like sore from it, or maybe you are.
Oh,
but
I get sore, baby.
But you know what I mean. It's not like muscle fatigue. Like
And I'm not using a tool.
A weak person could be a valet driver.
Yes.
Someone who doesn't work out
Yes.
could be a valet.
That is
driver.
true.
Yeah.
That is true. It's not construction. Like that's manual
Yeah.
fucking labor. That's like true work.
There's no muscle you have developed from parking cars. You're not like,
Dude, I don't know,
why
bro.
are your
Looking back
forearms
from
so
my
strong?
left, dude,
Well, I park.
the resistance on this seat when I'm backing up like that, dude. This rotation in my
Okay. You do?
dude.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is manual labor.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
It's customer service, baby. But let me tell you, you're running and gunning, baby, parking in whips and scoring fat tips and sucking and fucking making money. But I am not tough. So I think I have to develop, and I don't know where to go with this, but I think it's really funny, and I think it's a physical bit and I think this is what non-tough guys do well, or maybe like is just hardcore walking. You know what I mean?
Speed walking.
Just not even speed walking, like the Batman, the new Batman movie, just walking slow but hardcore. And can that be used in a fight? And just basically like, can I make guys afraid by hardcore walking?
I think being 6'3", I'm
Helps.
not even trying to, help your joke right now, but just taking this bit for the realness that it is.
Yeah.
I think being 6'3", if you have good posture and walk tall and confidently, that alone is going to make most people not want to fuck with you because you're tall, you're bigger and taller, and you're not fat, so no one's going to look at you and go, "I can still fuck him up. He's a fat guy."
Mm-hmm.
I could just.
But they won't see that I'm kind of skinny.
Well, that maybe if you're wearing sleeves. I think if you wore long sleeves and had good posture and didn't look down like because like awkward people who aren't confident kind of look down a lot. I do that. If you look straight ahead, make eye contact, no one's gonna fuck with you, or very few people are. But that's not funny. That's just the real part.
That's just the truth.
That's just the truth.
Maybe that bit has to die, and that's
that's
a lesson that we learned.
No,
we gotta kill these things.
No. You just gotta think of a funnier example of something
that I could hardcore walk. When the stakes are low.
Walk like, or a funny walk, like you said, the act out.
Yeah.
Like do the walk that you're like, if I did this, no one's fucking with me.
That's exactly right. I think it lives in that realm.
Or maybe you do the angle where it's not a tough looking walk. It's you look absolutely batshit crazy. So people aren't fucking with you. Like, like there's plenty of homeless people out there that I know if it came down to it, I'd beat them up. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to fuck with them.
You do not want to.
Yeah.
You got stuff to lose.
Yeah. I don't want to get their dirt on me. I don't want to get...
Yeah, dude, you don't. Yeah,
dude. There's this dude who walks down Hollywood. Sometimes I walk down Hollywood Boulevard to this smoothie shop. There's this dude that walks down the street who doesn't wear any. He wears shorts, no shoes. From the top of his foot up until his shorts, his legs are black.
Yeah,
and it's a white guy. Yeah, and it's just grime. It's just straight up, like years of not washing your leg and living on the streets.
Gosh,
and it's like he's gonna, whatever infection he hasn't gotten, he'll get. Like
but his immunity has to be up. If he's like, like
it's horrendous.
Man, that's scary. Man, that's terrible. And that's quite a juxtaposition of you walking to get a smoothie.
Dude,
I'm gonna go enjoy a fucking smoothie. Dude.
This is how good you know the smoothies are. I walked down Hollywood Boulevard to get it.
That is a savage move. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Dude, Hollywood Boulevard, fucking, and all those little adjacent streets, sketchy, bro.
Yeah.
I think Yucca Street, I don't know if you know where Yucca is, but it's right adjacent to Hollywood. I think that might be the worst street I've ever been in my life.
It feels like a third world country.
Yeah, it's gnarly, dude.
It's crazy that people from other countries, like I think about this, there's Chinese tourists who their very first impression of the United States is the Walk of Fame,
right?
Which is covered in dirt, homeless people,
piss.
Someone dressed as Spider-Man but has stains all over their costume.
Smells like scotch.
They're like, this is America?
They jump in your pictures and then demand you give them money. And, well, the main attraction when you go to Hollywood Boulevard is a van that takes you away from Hollywood Boulevard and you go look at other houses. Like that. Oh, you came here? Cool. You saw it? Okay, great. Let's get out.
Yeah,
bro.
It's nasty. Here's the latest joke I'm working on.
Yeah, let's go.
And it's a tough subject, but I say
no, baby, you push.
I want to do a joke. This is my own problems that I'm in this funk where I'm not living my life enough to come up with new jokes about myself. I think
getting away from comedy is the best for comedy.
Yeah, so I need to do more of that, and that's just something else I need to work on. But so most of my jokes that I've been coming up with lately are kind of topical. I have a lot of COVID material, so I've been thinking about. I want to do a joke on Russia. And I drove by the Laugh Factory, and they have a sign that's a Laugh Factory. I don't know if you saw this. It says, "We don't serve Russian alcohol." And to me, that's just like hilarious. So stupid. So I was like, how can I make a joke off that? I'm like, how bad is your business doing to where your marketing is to advertise a product you don't have?
That's
like
great.
To take things off your table. And then I make up the story. I say, so I went in there. I wanted to check out this business. I think if I do the bit, I won't do it with the laugh. I'll say like I drove by a restaurant and said we don't serve Russian alcohol, or a bar.
Yeah.
So I walk in there, and the music they're playing in the bar is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you're standing up for Putin. I mean, you're standing up for Ukraine by basically trying to hurt Putin, but you are promoting a known pedophile.
Yeah.
In your bar. So that's kind of what I got so far.
I like this thing that you said about how bad can your business be that you've got to promote stuff you don't do. We don't serve Russian. I promise I promise I will not try to fuck you. And when you come in, I'm just going to give you a burger and I will not pull my dick. Like that's obviously the most base. Like maybe you build to that.
Oh, that's funny.
That
yeah.
deconstruction.
You think of other things, other funny things that they don't do.
Yeah, I don't serve Russian alcohol. That's like maybe the topical one, but it's like if you come in here, I also won't try to sell you insurance.
Yeah.
You know, like it's literally just gonna be a burger. You know, and then you can maybe rip on those things that are like a Carl's Jr. / green burrito.
We don't serve mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's funny because I just don't like mayonnaise, so that would be a cool thing.
That'd be
all
just
the mayo
nice.
haters.
I think that's a good tangential.
I mean, this is getting away from the joke, but and not like businesses that actually like who I actually think are basically making their name, like CarMax. People go there because they don't. I hate negotiating. Some people get off on negotiating. I hate going to a used car dealership or a new car dealership and be like,
bro,
so I see it's 33,000. How about 32?
Right. I hate
How about, oh, let's go to, can you do 31? Do 31.5 or I'm walking. Oh no, it's okay. I don't need the car. I'm walking. I hate that shit.
Same.
I love going to CarMax and them going, this is the price, take it or leave it. Yes, sign me up. I'll pay $1,000 extra not to know that I'm not getting ripped off because that's the price you're selling it at.
Yeah. I love that. I love that model. I think Tesla uses that model. You know, obviously it's more expensive, but it's like you don't haggle.
Yeah.
It's just this is what it is.
This is what it is. Do you want it or not?
And why has it always been that way? I think because you're borrowing money and they finance it and stuff. And like buying a car sucks. It's just literally you're trying, you know, you're getting ripped off. You just have to try to feel not bad about getting ripped off so bad.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks. Dude, I like that bit though. Maybe just stuff like, I'm just picturing a food place because you said vodka. Like, I promise I won't ask you questions about hard science when you order here. Like, I won't make you feel dumb.
I promise no small talk when you're taking your order. We just come up and take your order.
Yeah, we just come up, we take it. That's a good angle, like stuff that actually does. Maybe that makes more sense, but that's pretty funny. How desperate are you to?
Yeah, what stuff do we not sell? I promise.
I actually have a bit that is kind of working that maybe you could help me with that has the most legs. It's going to a car dealership. I literally went to a car dealership with my fiance and they were playing techno, and immediately we both go, there's something off. That's not a business. There's businesses that are allowed to play techno. That's laser tag. Techno, sure.
There was a car I really wanted there, but I refused to buy it because they were playing techno.
And I didn't. Yeah,
we
didn't trust
out.
These guys. I kind of go. I embellish a little bit. I go, hey, they offered a test drive, but they said I wasn't allowed to go. It was just the sales associate and his wingman, and my fiance. And I'm like, nah, dude. There's no tech. Like, you imagine the dentist. You techno at the dentist, no good.
Maybe they do techno so that you just want to buy the car really fast. You don't want to stay there too long. That's
true. Just you hear the beat or it helps them.
I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
What is this place?
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe you can make it racial. It could be like, what is it? There's races that like techno more than other races.
I would probably say
like.
Scandinavian, and I think that's a racial area I could delve into.
Scandinavian dealership. Yeah. I love techno there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can
like
make Scandinavians white, so you could say the most racist shit about Scandinavians.
I have authenticity there. I can say whatever I want. Fuck the Scandinavians. Kidding. Good people. They're great people.
They are nice people.
And they generally have the highest happiness index.
Oh, yeah. I read that. Yeah, they're happier. I wonder why.
I think like they have a lot of social utilities. I think the cost of living is a lot, but I think, you know what? I think they appreciate good stuff more because the weather's so shitty all the time. I have no idea. I'm just
My
saying
cousin lives in Sweden.
Yeah.
And he said rent, I think Stockholm, rent is super cheap. And there's like lotteries for apartments. There's government apartments. So you could.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it just sounds kind of cool. I think they have a really strong government.
I think so too.
Our government's all corrupt and they have tons of money, but we don't know what they're spending the money on. Like California, I don't know anything about politics or anything, but California supposedly has a surplus of money. It's one of the richest states because they charge so much for taxes and tickets and all that. So the government has tons of money. Our roads suck. Like there's potholes everywhere. If we have all this money, like fix it. So it's like, where's the money going? There's homeless people everywhere. So it's like something.
Exactly. It has to be going to something. I don't know.
I don't know either. What was your in high school? Were you a cool guy or were you kind of a nerd?
I was a cool guy.
You were pretty cool.
Yeah, I was a cool guy. I was a virgin. until college.
But that was a personal choice. It was
a choice mainly
That's
made.
Part of what made
personal
you
choice made by a lot of the girls at school.
Did you go to a Christian school?
Went to Catholic school, yeah.
Oh, so that was like a normal thing there.
Yeah. No, there was people definitely,
there were people fucking, but there was people who, if you loved God, so you were saving yourself.
Yeah, there was people that had that. Do you know who was fucking a lot? Were the like IB kids, the really smart kids, like the insulated classes. They were like boning, dude. Like doing Greek shit, probably like
You know why?
and stuff.
Because they were smart enough to know that you can fucking still go to heaven.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Bro.
Dumb people are the ones who believe that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, if I have sex, then God's gonna be mad at me. That's a dumb thought.
This is a stupid thought.
Yeah, to believe that.
Stupid thought.
Those are the same people that believed in Santa Claus till they were like 12.
Or people that soak. Do you know what soaking is?
Yeah, they had that at your school? I thought that was a Mormon
That
thing.
was more Mormon.
Yeah.
You know, I would say my school in large though wasn't like there wasn't too many really religious kids. Like, you know,
Yeah,
we
I
like
went to a
prayed
Christian
and
college
stuff.
and it
Like
wasn't religious at all.
kids weren't really religious or anything. Like you had that. It was like God was present and everything. Like you'd pray before class and everything. But like,
But most people didn't even want to do it. You just agreed to do it because you signed up for that school.
that's where
So
you
you know
go.
that was part of it.
Exactly.
You're not going to protest something that you signed up for.
Exactly. You're like, whatever. But you would always get the kid who would protest it and you'd be like, dude, just shut up, bro. Like we had a religion class and you'd have the kid, but dude, like getting into a debate with a teacher and you're like, this is just annoying, dude. This is all kind of our off period right now where like we can just watch The Prince of Egypt, which is a sick ass movie, and chill, but you're ruining it for us.
It'd be funny to enforce like a pre-show prayer at a comedy club as a whole, but you had the best comedy club, so the audience is just like, well, we want to come back, so let's
It'd be
just
pretty
do the
amazing.
prayer. But you literally like you say everyone hold hands and have a moment of prayer or something.
That'd be
But
really
then you
good.
have like Louis C.K. You have the best lineups.
I think so. Yeah.
Like the comedy store could get away with it. It would just be another weird quirk of the comedy store. If they just, I mean, the owners of the comedy store are Jews, so it's not going to happen. But
Hey, what if I do Joel Osteen stuff, televangelist stuff, baby?
you should get into character.
Night of service.
You've done Joel Osteen sketch, right? Sketches.
I've done some sketches, yeah.
Were those your?
Mainly I just go show up at his stuff, but I've done a few sketches with Joel.
You've met him.
Dude, I met him. I met him at a book signing. Yeah.
And is he a supporter of you or does he hate you?
You know, this was before a lot of stuff, and he didn't really care. I think he just thought I was a weirdo, like a psycho. I was like, hey, we look alike, right? And he's like, yeah.
In person, because I think you look alike.
Yeah.
In person, would you say you still look a lot alike, or were you like, I don't look that much like him once you saw him?
He's had a lot of work done. He's like in his 50s.
Sure.
So you can tell he's had his work done. And like you mentioned, I'm 6'3". He's like an average, he's like 5'10". So no, there's a difference. But to someone that's never met him, and if I'm wearing a suit and at the
For sure.
the context is there, yeah, works.
So he was just like nice, but didn't want to talk. He wasn't really interested in having a conversation. Like, hey, yeah, if I'm ever looking for a stunt double, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, this was like, you know what? He might have actually made that joke, to be honest. I think he did. It's really
Man,
funny.
I
He
have
might
bad
have. Dude, you're a
jokes.
genius.
See?
No, you're a
I'm
genius.
bad joke writer.
Dude, no, I think
Me
he
and
did.
Joel Olstein are coming up with the same jokes. It's not what I want to hear.
Well,
from
he
my
tells
comedy.
a joke at the beginning of each sermon. It's like always a very like church lame joke. Oh man, in the parking stuff, it's like getting into heaven. You know, and oh yeah, okay, let's go. But this was a book signing, so it was very much just like, let's go.
Oh yeah, there was a line behind you.
Yeah.
I think one time I messaged. I get people compare me to basically every either Jewish actor or Jewy looking actor. So my most common is Adam Sandler. Then I get Jason Biggs, who's not Jewish but looks Jewish. Andy Samberg. I get a lot. Michael Cera. Those are like
It's funny because
the
these are
top
all like
four.
such a big range of guys, like all very like different looking
Those are the
dudes,
top
but
four
so
in that
funny.
order. That's
Yeah.
what I get the most. So one time I DM'd Jason Biggs on Instagram.
Nice. Love that. We
And
can do that
I
these
said,
days.
hey, I think I said something like, love your movies. People say I look like you all the time. That was it. Something like that. And he liked it and he followed me, but didn't respond. But I was like, oh, nice guy.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, Joel stuff, no. No follows, no likes.
He doesn't follow you. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Have you DM'd him?
Just try to keep up. No.
Try DMing
But I'll
him.
tag him. I'll tag him
Oh,
on
you
stuff
will.
for
He
like
doesn't follow
videos,
you.
but no. He's
Yeah.
probably not even him running it. Come on, he's got his
True.
operation.
He might not be.
Yeah, he's freaking not running that. He's got
But
someone
then
who does
again,
that.
he might. Is he married? He might be on there trolling for women.
He's married. Still might be though. You know,
Yeah. You never
powerful
know.
man.
Have you? How long you been with your girl?
10 years. We just had
Oh,
our
so
10-year
so you never
anniversary.
had a social media
No.
trolling for
No
women.
app, no nothing
thing.
like that.
Dude, social media causes a lot of breakups,
I would imagine.
or just technology in general. I was with a girl once, and she wasn't my girlfriend, but she saw another girl texting me.
Oof.
freaked out, found the girl on social media, messaged her. So now I have 2 girls that hate my guts. It was just bad situation. And it just made me think like, I kind of miss when we just had flip phones.
I know. You
Or-
can't
or
see,
no
the
texting.
message doesn't pop up. Yeah.
No texting, no social media. It's just, I think it keeps you in check. It's too easy. It's too easy to be sketchy now. To be
Yeah.
a sketchy guy, it's too easy. Like even if you're an honest guy, if a girl went through your DMs, you'll still get in trouble because there's people DMing me.
Yes.
And I don't have a girlfriend, so I'm allowed to DM whoever I want. But I'm just saying, it's very hard to avoid it these days. You go on the road. There's girls who want we live in a weird time to where
I know.
and we have a weird job
Accessibility is, yeah.
to where it's hard. It truly is. If I think under 50% of showbiz and entertainers are actually really loyal people, and it's not because
yeah.
I don't even think it's because they're worse people. It's because it's really hard to avoid those temptations.
Wills are only so strong. Your will's got to be good. It's true. And, and you got to, you got to set your boundaries and set yourself up for the best success. But yeah, things will creep in. I would say I'm actually very fortunate where I've talked about my fiance a lot and stuff.
Mhm. No, that's why I'm bringing this
And
up because
it's nice.
you would never cheat on your lady.
No, dude. No, I would not. And I've had a few DMs here or there
Yeah,
from a girl,
sure.
but nothing ever forward. Like just basically asking, hey, do you have a fiance? And I'll be like, yes, I do. And then
They're
it
like, is that
stops.
real?
Yeah.
That's good.
Then it stops. And I'm like, dude, so the audience is really nice. By and large, 99% of my DMs are bros just being
Yes.
like, dude, what up? Or, this is sick. Check out this Nick Cage clip. Love it.
What advice would you give to a guy who's maybe struggling with his faith towards his woman and towards his willpower of just staying faithful and stuff like that? Because you are sadly one of the few faithful people I know. Like I'm surrounded in this city of
Yeah.
just sinners.
I do
and I
jack
myself
off.
have been guilty in the past
Yeah.
of doing shady things. I've never physically cheated on a girl, but I've done things that I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
And yeah, what advice do you have for someone who's going through that out there?
Definitely step into the drill factory, baby. Get it out of your hopper. Because when you're horny, you're making bad choices. I talked about this. Putin, if he drops a nuke, part of the nuclear football code should be you have to jack off to open it up and jizz on it. Because then you're going to have that clarity. You know what I mean? So first of all, dudes, clear your hopper. You're being too horny. After you do that, you're going to be making some better decisions. If you're still thinking long term, you got to be honest with yourself. And the most important thing is this: just be upfront. Because if you're starting to do shady stuff or cheat, and you're really feeling that, be honest with your emotions and go, do I care about this person a lot? You're caring about yourself more when you're doing that. So face the music, baby. Step up. Don't be a wimp. Go, hey, look, you got to end it first because you can't be cheating and dabbling and then staying in the relationship. Because at that point, you're just thinking too highly of yourself. Oh, but she needs me or this. No, fuck you. You're doing her a disservice. Tell her, hey, I'm looking at other girls. And the thing is that you're scared that you're probably not going to get laid, and that's why you're dabbling. Invest in yourself. Do believe in yourself and believe that your partner can take it. And yeah, you just gotta. I would say if you're really, really doing it a lot and you have cheated or you're thinking about it a lot, be honest with it and you got to talk to your partner and be like, yeah, I might need to look elsewhere. And that sounds
So you're
drastic
basically
and crazy.
saying you need to break up
Yeah.
with that girl.
Yeah.
If you want to cheat on her.
Yeah. And that's if you're acting on it and your actions are there
Right.
and you're going out and whatever, and you're taking those steps. I think every guy, it's in our DNA. You see it. Look,
It's
baby,
normal
I'm gonna get married.
to see a girl and go, oh yeah,
Of
let me get a piece of that.
course.
But to act on it,
That's a different story.
Yeah.
So you have to have your boundaries. Look, if you're thinking that thought, you're normal. That's not criminal. If you're acting on it, that's when you've got to really take the steps.
definitely.
And I would say just be honest with yourself. Set healthy boundaries for yourself. I think drilling yourself helps. I think, talking with your partner and whatever, don't be like, hey, don't tell your partner, I saw a hot girl at the mall today. I really would have liked to have had sex with her. Don't
You
do
don't need to
that.
say that, yeah.
Don't be doing that. What mama don't know, don't hurt her
Yeah.
in that regard. But
And
just,
she's doing the same thing.
she's doing the
just-
same
yeah,
thing.
she's
We're
looking
all
at-
human.
Yeah, she's looking at a guy at the gym and go, he's
Yeah.
he's a
And
hunk.
a relationship, and I think maybe a lot of us have this, and I maybe did it to a degree. This is how I kind of feel about politics, where I'm like, I just feel like at some age, maybe 40, I'll just start to understand it. No. A relationship, every day you're investing in that relationship. Every day you're waking up and saying, I care about this person, I'm loyal to this person, and they're doing the same thing towards you. If it gets too hard to be doing that, then maybe you need to step out of it. If you are able to operate on that level and re-up every day, that's what it is, baby.
Yeah.
You're re-upping every day. Some days are harder than others.
Do you and your girl have a celebrity bucket list that you're allowed to cheat on each other with?
You know, it's funny. We always talk about this. We joke. She likes broy guys. She used to like a Miles Teller. I think she likes a Dave Franco now.
Dave
So
Franco.
I think she can get a Dave
he's on.
Franco.
So if she,
And then
would you let her
me-
have sex with Dave Franco if that opportunity came up?
Yeah.
That's
You know what
super
I
cool.
would. And this is
do
all
you
bucket
genuinely
list.
think it could like
That's the
not,
thing,
not
I
that it
don't
could
know.
happen, but if it or do you genuinely think if it did happen that you would be okay?
It's too hard to call. It's like war. I'm not going to know how until live ammo's fired at me and I'm firing back.
And
I
then
don't know.
who are you allowed to?
Anna de Armas.
Who's that again?
She's the one from Knives Out. She was in Bond, and Bond didn't have
Oh,
sex with
okay.
her, which is crazy.
Weird.
She's in that new Ben Affleck movie that is
Okay,
actually
so
not
just
that good.
Beautiful,
Gorgeous,
beautiful,
great
gorgeous
actress.
lady. And do you think? And she said you're allowed to do that.
She's never really said that out loud.
Yeah.
There's
Nice.
no way I'm allowed.
Is there anything in your life I could help you with?
Maybe being able to relax. I don't relax well, Ari. Look, I
When
probably
you say you can't relax, you're always moving, always
I'm
doing
always
stuff,
moving. Dude, we go to the
staying
beach.
busy.
We go to the beach.
You got to go to the water.
I'm looking for maximum shade. We've got our towels
you
set
don't
up.
like being out in the sun on the beach?
I got to have shade. I mean, I
Really?
like being on the beach, but I got
You
to
don't
have shade.
suntan?
My dad was a doctor, dermatologist.
So you're anti-suntan
Built in.
because yeah,
Built in.
you do have good skin.
Thank you. So
Does your dad live in Orange County? Is he still practicing?
No,
I need a new dermatologist.
He's retired, and
Damn.
yeah.
He wouldn't take on just homie friends for just remove some
Dude,
moles
he was
for me.
always such a psycho about it, bro. Dude, he was so funny. Like my dad,
Can you just cut off some moles?
he
for
would
me?
say this, dude. He'd look at something, he'd go, I don't have enough light. Like my buddy would come over and ask a question, like, can I check this out? He'd be like, I need more light. I can't
So
see
he
it.
doesn't
and
like-
would never, bro.
So he
was
didn't love his job. He was
huge
not
dick.
looking to help people. about
hated it. Hated it.
I'd pay him.
hated it.
I'd give him $50.
He couldn't do it anymore. He has bad eyes now. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
It's always better, I think, when you have when your doctor knows you, like a family friend or something, because then they care more.
Totally, dude. What do they say? Have a doctor, have a plumber, no lawyer.
Yeah, they're not
whatever.
ripping you off. He's not like,
Yeah.
hey, you should remove that so that you could pay me $1,000.
Exactly.
So how to relax more?
Like I like having my shoes on. My fiance always rips on me. Like when I'm
Even on the beach?
not on the beach,
Oh, okay.
but like when I'm in the apartment, like I don't slip
keep your
my
shoes
shoes off. I like have my shoes on.
Is it because you always want to be ready to go?
Yeah.
What's causing
Yeah,
that?
I like to be ready. I do. I want to like.
I
be
think
able
it's
to
the
move.
same advice for staying faithful to your woman. You got to jerk off more.
I think you're right,
to
dude.
relax
Dude, I think
more.
you're right.
Yeah.
Because like, would you say when you see me, do you think I have a kind of a chill demeanor?
Yeah, you hide it well.
I'm Yellowstone. Beneath that, there's an active volcano.
Right now, you're an active volcano. You're just in
Could-
your seat, antsy.
Ooh, baby. We
Yeah,
gotta move.
I would say that more. Do you smoke weed?
No, it's
Think
because
that help? I don't smoke weed either, but I think that would help mellow you out a little bit.
I've
For
always
sure.
heard I need to smoke through it because because it makes me too anxious. It exacerbates
Even
it.
indicas.
I don't even know what
So
I'm taking.
sativas make me a little antsy, sometimes in a good way. But if you need to mellow out, you'd want an indica. I'm
should
getting
do
real scientific.
I
here.
smoke
Really-
a CBD joint.
weird.
I like that.
Yeah, I've heard those could
Those are
help. I've
nice.
actually never smoked CBD just because I'm always like, why would I want like half of the weed? Give me all the
I know
weed.
it's kind of right, but I do.
But it's
I
probably
smoke
good.
dadgrass. It's pretty good.
Is that CBD?
Yeah.
Dadgrass?
Yeah, it's like just straight up CBD, like very small amount of THC, like
Yeah.
like the lowest amount. But
So there's a couple that jerk off more. Smoke weed. What else? Do you drink coffee?
Love it.
Don't
I
drink coffee.
love
Stop
coffee
it.
though. I love it.
That's gonna make you antsier too.
God, you're right.
Are you on any prescription medication?
No, thank God, no.
Yeah. And you work out and stuff.
Love it. Love
so,
my dumbbells.
So you're doing most of the things I could think of. The
I'm
basics.
definitely jacking off
Yeah, once a day.
easily. Twice yesterday. Today, no.
Oh, so okay.
Today
you're
I
not, so
relaxed
really,
and I'm
the only thing we've thought of then is weed. Cause, yeah, the other thing is maybe just have constant reminders to yourself. Hey, chill out. Hey, there's no reason to be antsy right now. Life's good.
What about the
Everything's
shoes thing? Why do I have my shoes on? This is coming from the fiance. She goes, "Can Ari help you take your shoes off?" We'll be like cuddling, watching a movie, dude, and I've got my
like
fucking
in
shoes
bed?
on, bro.
Or on the couch?
Yeah, no, not in the bed.
That is
Just
an
funny.
interesting.
At like
but,
9 p.m., bro.
But if you realize it, do you then take them off, or do you still like?
Nah, I kick them off.
So
I
that's
kick 'em off.
so it's not really a real problem. The real problem would be if you're like, no, I need them on.
Yeah, then that's next.
If it
I
was
might
like
need a
this
therapist.
mental thing where if she
Yeah.
was like, hey, can you take off your shoes, and you're like, no, I need my shoes on. That would be an issue.
That's therapy.
But if
yeah.
you don't realize your shoes are on because you like them on, and then she's like, hey, take your shoes off, you're like, oh yeah, and then you take them off, you're fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If that's your biggest problem, and if that's the problem your fiance thought of about you,
We're
you're the
doing all
healthiest fucking dude in the world.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. She even bought me some Uggs. I love the Uggs.
Here's something you could
With
do.
hard
maybe.
soles.
Okay, this
Let's
is a little weird, and it's just something I thought of. I don't practice this, but where do you guys keep your shoes in your apartment? Do you have a shoe rack in your bedroom? Where's your shoe
We
rack?
have a shoe rack in the bed, like in the closet.
Okay.
We have one of those hanging shoe racks.
Here's what I propose: take some of those shoes out of the shoe rack, put them on the floor by the front door, so that when you walk in, it's a reminder. Oh, take your shoes off.
That's a good move.
You know what I mean? You need that because you don't think about it. You just leave them on.
Yeah, I'm cruising around.
Yeah, it's your house. You walk in. There's no shoes anywhere. You have 2 pairs of shoes always just out on the floor, to the point where you're like, hey, maybe we should get a shoe rack by the front door. Get a shoe rack for the closest place by door, so that you're constantly reminded. Oh yeah, let's take our shoes off.
That's a good ass call.
That's a good call.
And it's active. It's visual. I'm a visual guy.
Ooh, here's another
I like
idea.
that.
Buy yourself $150, the most expensive pair of house slippers you can get. And I know you're like, that's stupid. That's a waste. I don't need that. I don't want that. Get them though, so that way if you're not using them, you feel like a guilty piece of shit.
Smart.
Spend too much.
Yep.
Buy Gucci house slippers. Buy what are those called? The sandals with the one strap.
Yeah, I think those are
slides.
Yeah.
Buy Gucci. Dumbass Gucci slides
Like $500
that you hate. Yeah, buy these retarded slides.
Fucking
that no one
alligators
wants.
hide.
Yeah, buy
fucking-
alligator hide slides, just so that if they're just sitting there in your closet and you're not using them, you feel really guilty about it.
Good call.
That's what I would do,
That's a good call.
dude.
Make it. Oh,
I'm proud of this.
earn
advice
it
I
from
just
the
thought of.
gator.
Yeah.
Earn it. Good call, dude.
That's some
Ari,
good advice.
That's a good advice.
Yeah, I'm proud of this one.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah. Do you have any
Fucking
advice
thank
for
you.
me, just from your observations,
I
without
think
me
just
telling
keep
you
drill-
any issues
I think
that I have?
just keep killing it, dude. And I, honestly,
I'm not
dude, we
killing
talked
it.
about it a little bit. Get those dumbbells, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
Put
good
them in the
advice.
van, baby. Get some 25s. It's a versatile weight. You're
Yeah,
not going to
I
get
could
hurt.
keep them in the van,
You're not
even
gonna
just
hurt
in my
yourself.
apartment. Keep them in my apartment. Because
Yeah,
I'm not living in the van at this point. Maybe I
Okay.
will. I could.
they're easy to
It's got
store.
everything I need.
And you will have no excuse because you won't need to drive to the gym. And then you can pull up a YouTube video. I like doing HIIT workouts, HIIT.
I have
high
a pull-up
intensity
bar right now,
interval
and I don't
training.
even use that. So I have a feeling I'll buy dumbbells, and they might not get used, but I should still have them. in
Take
case
your
they
own
do.
advice. Buy an expensive set.
Yeah.
Buy a nice set. Like they
I'll
are.
buy
It's
the
so
kind-
funny because they're all weigh 25 pounds.
Yeah.
But there's more expensive
Yeah.
25-pound ones.
It
Like
is funny.
there are.
Yeah, there's gold plated
And you
ones.
talk to the dude and they're like, well, the grip here, it's like actually, and you're like, whatever, dude, it's fucking 25 pounds. I'm going to,
Yeah, you'll figure it out. What's
Get
Joe
the
Rogan's
stupid
company
one.
called?
I don't know.
On It. I'm gonna buy On It.
Yeah, get a pair of
dumbbells.
On It
I'm gonna get some
dumbbells,
On
dude.
It dumbbells.
Yeah,
Support
that's
our,
what you need.
Support our God.
Yeah, get Rogan his god, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna support that man.
Yeah, and then be jacked, and then eat kimchi and elk like he does, and then you're fucking
Does he
there,
eat
dude.
kimchi?
Yeah, he eats kimchi. It's good for you, bro.
There's something I've been seeing fishermen eat a lot on YouTube that I've been wanting to eat, but I tried it and it was pretty gross. But I wish I liked it. It was uni, the sea urchin.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I wasn't into it, but it looks so cool on YouTube.
It's
I hate that when
probably
I
healthy
watch
for
people
you.
on YouTube. I'm like, I want to live that life, and then I try and I just can't get into it.
But you're living a sick lifestyle, dude. You got the van. You're doing comedy. You're crushing it, dude. We just had a dank. We just ate like kings from fucking 1,000 years ago.
I'm feeling it. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day?
Gonna go work out. I got a Zoom coming up. I got a Zoom with one of the jobs I'm working. I'm doing a little research, so I got a Zoom about that, and then fucking work out.
Anything you want to plug or promote?
Dude, check out History is Dank podcast.
History is Dank podcast. Check out him on social media. He's got a pretty good social media presence, I think. Good content on there.
At Strider Shreds all day. At Strider Shreds all day.
All day. Nice guy.
Thank you, dude.
Funny guy.
Thank you, dude. Working on those new
trying to
bits.
think if
We'll
I can
see.
think of any more real compliments that I know about. Cool. Was popular in high school. to
Yeah.
be following
I
a
was
guy
cool
you
in high
know
school.
has been cool, not like this new cool guy trying to be cool. Like me,
Yeah.
I'm more of like I pretend to be cool. I mean, I'm cool, but
You
I
are
was
cool.
never popular.
And cool is comfortable in your own skin, but there is a thing. Popular is different in high school.
Yeah, I feel like some people only want to follow popular people.
True.
I don't know why, but I have that in my mind. Like I feel like not all, but I think most famous people were popular.
Yeah,
That's a theory that I've been thinking about. I think a lot of people who are famous actors, famous comedians, athletes, musicians, even the real successful ones, they've always been successful in that regard.
Yeah, I could
I
see
don't know
that.
if that's true. But that's a theory.
I think definitely some. There's definitely outliers. There's probably
Yeah, of course.
Every rule has
There's
its exception.
Yeah. It's not a hard rule, but it's a general
I like that.
theory.
I like that.
Think about it. Find out for us.
Who doesn't
Comment
like
below.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Guy's always been the man.
Yeah, he's always been the man.
Come on.
He was a college football player.
Yes, Miami. Let's go.
Damn, he's badass.
Fucking cool.
Though. Okay, thanks for doing the podcast.
Dude,
God
thanks for
bless
having
you.
me. God bless you.
Can't wait to hear about your wedding.
Thank you. Yeah.
Can't wait to see your kids that you have. They're gonna be cute for sure.
Fucking jacked. I'm gonna genetically develop them, dude.
They're gonna call me Uncle Ari,
Yeah, damn straight. Honor is
Yeah.
bestowed, no question.
and we'll see you guys next week.
Legends.
You're listening to
Unlicensed therapy with Ari Mannis.